The digital age has ushered in an era of instant communication, but it has also amplified the risks of sensitive information falling into the wrong hands. This was starkly illustrated by the recent leak of a Signal group chat involving prominent figures within the Trump administration, including former Fox News host and current Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. The leaked messages, which detailed a planned airstrike on Houthi fighters in Yemen, ignited a firestorm of controversy and raised serious questions about the security of sensitive government communications. The Signal messages, first reported by The Atlantic, exposed a conversation that took place shortly before a U.S. airstrike on March 15, 2025, targeting Houthi rebels in Yemen. The messages revealed details about the strike, including the planned launch times of F-18s and drones, as well as the anticipated movements of the targets. The exposure of this information sent shockwaves through Washington and beyond, prompting investigations and raising concerns about potential damage to national security. The leaked Signal chat provided a rare and unsettling glimpse into the inner workings of a military operation. The messages revealed a level of detail that is typically kept under tight wraps, reserved for a select few within the government and military. For example, in one message, Hegseth stated that the strike window would open at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, indicating a carefully orchestrated timeline for the operation. Another message revealed the planned use of both drones and Tomahawk missiles in the strike, highlighting the multifaceted nature of the operation. The messages also included discussions about the weather conditions, with Hegseth assuring the group that the weather was favorable for the strike. The inclusion of such details, normally guarded with utmost secrecy, underscored the sensitivity of the leaked information and raised concerns about the potential consequences of its exposure. The leak of the Signal messages ignited a debate over whether the information shared constituted war plans. Hegseth and other officials involved in the chat vehemently denied sharing such sensitive information, arguing that the messages did not meet the formal definition of war plans. They emphasized that the messages did not contain specific target coordinates or detailed troop movements, which are typically included in formal military plans. However, military experts and analysts countered that the distinction was largely semantic. They argued that while the messages may not have constituted formal war plans in the strictest sense, the information shared was highly sensitive and could potentially compromise future military operations. The experts emphasized that the level of detail revealed in the messages, including the timing of the strike and the types of weapons to be used, was far from trivial and could provide valuable intelligence to adversaries. Michael O'Hanlon, a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution and an expert on national security, described the information shared in the Signal chat as about as specific as it gets, short of giving target coordinates. He explained that the messages provided a clear understanding of the timing, scope, and nature of the planned strike, which could be used by adversaries to anticipate and potentially counter U.S. military actions in the future. Other experts echoed these concerns, pointing out that the information shared in the chat could help adversaries understand U.S. decision-making processes, capabilities, and limitations. They emphasized that even seemingly innocuous details, such as the confirmation of favorable weather conditions, could provide valuable context to those seeking to understand and exploit U.S. military operations. Section 5. The dangers of signal encryption doesn't guarantee security. The use of Signal, an encrypted messaging app for such sensitive communications, raised serious concerns about the government's commitment to information security. While Signal is known for its end-to-end encryption, which is designed to protect messages from being intercepted by third parties, the app is not immune to security breaches. Experts pointed out that if a device used to access Signal is compromised, the encryption becomes meaningless. Additionally, the app's group chat feature, while convenient, can increase the risk of leaks, as the messages are accessible to multiple individuals. The incident served as a stark reminder that even seemingly secure communication channels can be vulnerable to exploitation. Section 6. The Yemen Strike. Contextualizing the leaked information. The leaked Signal messages pertain to a U.S. airstrike on Houthi fighters in Yemen on March 15, 2025. The strike was carried out in response to a series of Houthi attacks on commercial shipping in the Red Sea, a vital waterway for global trade. The attacks, which began following the outbreak of the Israel-Gaza war in October 2023, raised tensions in the region and threatened to disrupt international shipping lanes. The U.S., along with its allies, condemned the Houthi attacks and vowed to take action to protect freedom of navigation in the Red Sea. The airstrike on March 15, 2025, was part of a broader effort to deter further Houthi aggression and ensure the safety of maritime traffic in the region. However, the leak of the signal messages cast a shadow over the operation, raising questions about the judgment of those involved and the potential damage to U.S. interests. Section 7. Official response. Downplaying the significance of the chat. In the aftermath of the leak, the Trump administration scrambled to contain the fallout and downplay the significance of the signal messages. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt insisted that no war plans had been discussed in the chat, echoing Hegseth's earlier denials. She characterized the messages as informal conversations between colleagues and maintained that no classified information had been compromised. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz also downplayed the significance of the leak, claiming that the messages lacked specific locations or details about sources and methods, elements typically found in formal military plans. However, these attempts to minimize the gravity of the situation rang hollow to many experts and observers, who argued that the information shared in the chat was highly sensitive and could potentially compromise future military operations. Section 8. The fallout. Implications for national security and trust. The leak of the signal messages had far-reaching implications for national security and eroded public trust in the government's ability to safeguard sensitive information. The incident highlighted the vulnerabilities of digital communication channels and the potential consequences of lax security practices. It also raised questions about the judgment of those entrusted with sensitive information and their understanding of the importance of maintaining operational security. The leak also had the potential to damage relationships with allies, who may be hesitant to share intelligence with the U.S. if they fear that their secrets could be compromised. Moreover, the incident could embolden adversaries, who may see the leak as a sign of weakness or incompetence within the U.S. government. Section 9. Conclusion. A stark reminder of the importance of secure communications. The leak of the signal chat served as a stark reminder of the paramount importance of secure communications, particularly when dealing with sensitive military operations. It underscored the need for robust cybersecurity measures, stringent information security protocols, and a culture of vigilance within the government and military. The incident also highlighted the need for accountability and consequences for those who violate these protocols, regardless of their rank or position. In an era defined by digital connectivity and the constant flow of information, safeguarding sensitive information is more critical than ever. Failure to do so could have dire consequences for national security and global stability.